All right, I'm here with Bram with Forklift Simulators here at MODEX 2018, and Bram's got some really cool stuff they've got going on here. Bram, tell me a little bit about Forklift Simulators for those who don't know you guys and what you do.
Yeah, so the product we have, the company is called Playwerk, and our first product is a forklift simulator. It's basically a virtual reality forklift simulator. You can compare it to a flight simulator, but for forklifts.
So it's basically a video game.
It's some kind of a video game. You map a whole environment and you drive a forklift in a virtual environment with all the hazards, all the exercises, the real task you have to perform.
So all kidding aside, I mean, yes, it does look like a video game, but obviously it's really helping, you guys are finding, to really curb safety incidents. Tell me a little bit about that.
So you basically learn from the basis on how to drive a forklift step by step. So we start very easy with the controls, driving forward, and then we make it more and more complicated. So we start to add traffic. People can even drive around in their own warehouse, so we can map that as well. So they can practice the work routine before they go on a job.
That's awesome. So do you have are there any stats that you found early on as far as what is being able to curb safety incidents at all?
So the first thing that's very important is a very engaging way to engage people around safety. It's a lot more effective than a poster on the wall or somebody shouting in the hallway. So that's the first one. So it changes the awareness around safety, very important. And that translates into results. Some of our earlier customers report between 18 and 30% less incidents. Wow,
that's awesome. That's super exciting. So it's a great solution on helping to curb, safety incidents. So tell me a little bit about, we've got this awesome product, you've got other products. What's your go-to market strategy with this? What have you found that to be successful?
So it all started like 3 years ago when we were on a fair like this one, same one in Chicago, and we won the Innovation Awards. And then people started coming up and like, I want to buy this. So we started making one, and then it's, making the first cases, delivering, learning from that. A show like this is still very good because it's so new and such a new technology that people have to try it. Like it's 3D, it's 360. It's very hard to explain or even convey in a 2D format. So trying and giving a lot of demos in an effective way, that's very important. And then the second is web strategy. So if you go on Google, you rank very high, number one. So people just go there and if they're looking for VR forklifts, so.
That's how you do it. All right, so I think we're getting into my last question here a little bit. What would you say would be your top 3 best performing marketing tactics?
I think still shows and doing demos. It's still something you have to experience. Right. And I think web is also becoming more and more important. What exactly on the web, that's still a bit trial and error. Okay. So it's continuously trying to find some things we found out is that people looking for a training room, then they don't know what to put inside. So that can be a good one. Often new safety managers want to come up with a lot of new ideas. That's a good target. What we also find is people who are retiring, experienced safety managers, and it's some kind of the last legacy they want to give to the younger guys.
Interesting. So you mentioned earlier search. So you get pay per click or SEO or what are those tactics and you said you're doing some trial and error here, but
still a bit trial and error. We have not really decided on. As a startup company, you really have to decide where you put your money. I can't say what's the most effective yet, but for sure digital nowadays is a big part. The one thing we find is that still people, even when they go online and see all the information, they still want to try it.
Right. So it's not going to obviously probably not make the sale right there, but it's going to help to generate that awareness and kind of tease them for more information.
And then on the follow-up is like a WebEx demo, can be very effective so people can see it, ask questions, interactive, and then even sending over a kit so they can try and see it themselves.
Awesome. I think you said a really key thing there that I'd like our audience to take away is that, it's not an exact science. You are trying out different things to see what is going to work and what isn't, and actually what might have worked last year or last week might not work tomorrow. So
it's evolving also in the target group. You can try to target the senior people and the headquarters, but this is also a bottom-up, engage the forklift drivers. It's a very emotional product for them. Exactly. They can show how good they are, and they also have a say and then can bring it up to their colleagues. So,
absolutely, going into the influencer versus necessarily the decision maker there, having that push-pull kind of strategy. Excellent. Well, Bram, I really appreciate the time. You got a really awesome product. I want to try it out here if I can. And but thanks again. It's awesome. Oh, actually, last thing. If somebody is really interested in learning more about you, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
I would say online. So we have a website, forkliftsimulator.com, with some movies, some use cases, and there they can also get in touch with us.
All right, excellent. Now we're officially done. Okay, thanks.